Вот это интересно сейчас будет. Собственно, наш директор. Ну, точнее, мы под оборотным зельем.
How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty
Это
of time.
весело.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Такой директор у нас. Не сказала бы, что слишком воображительный. Впрочем, дело вкуса. Интересно, ученики как-то будут реагировать.
Professor, a moment of your time, please.
Оу.
Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and well,
I did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
Так, понятно. Так тут оба варианта ответа неправильные, потому что если я спрошу, почему у меня память отбила, а если мне решать, что лучше, он какое-то незаконное зелье сейчас начнет тут обсуждать. Я даже не знаю. Ну, давай пофиг.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets this rather unenviable task.
Вот это, конечно, наш главный герой заимел чувство юмора. Неплохо, неплохо. Господи, я думала, там что-то незаконное.
Has anyone seen my ivory-handled hand mirror? Of course you haven't.
Внезапно главный герой перестал быть картонным. Так его развеселило. Так, я и куда-то не туда пошла. Да, запуталась. Теперь все правильно. Вниз.
Chewing with your mouth open? Where are your manners?
I thought I heard the headmaster approaching.
Gareth! Mr. Weasley, what are you doing here? Don't you have somewhere to be?
Oh, Professor, yes, of course. All sorts of places I'd rather be right now. Do you need something from me?
I'm looking for my house elf. Surely you've seen him?
Ah, the little one-eared fellow. I saw him heading to the Great Hall moments ago, muttering on about your, sterling graces, sir.
I hear you're getting quite good at those concoctions you brew. I say, why don't you bring a sample of your next batch to my office? I'd like to give it a try.
What? Yes, sir. I will. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
On your way, Mr. Weasley.
Да, главный герой-то у меня злодей, как тут.
Well, there's one for my diary.
Брат, ты не понял. Это подстава. Неплохо. Как празднично. Блин, может побольше пошастать по замку?
purebloods. The future is yours.
А чё, Пис ушел? Опа,
Here, what could he want?
давай с
Mr.
ним.
Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes. Mixed with bubo tuber pus makes a fine mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's.
Ладно, это забавное задание. Кстати, он так держит палочку, потому что он слепой, и она ему подсказывает направление.
Something is very wrong with Professor Black. Dittany and Booba pus. Mustache paste.
Интересно, если отклониться от маршрута. Но вряд ли я с кем-то смогу поговорить, мне кажется, тогда. Меня вроде не ограничивают, но можно по приколу. Тут просто эти диалоги-то все сделаны, спрограммированы. Скриптовые, короче. Ладно, мне лень. Побегу обратно. А то будет слишком долго видео. Но уже долго. Хотя могло бы быть и дольше. Так. Мне тоже во двор.
You call that a shine on those boots? Do better.
I knew without my best winter coat.
Ясно.
Professor, a word? I should like to speak with you, Professor. Professor
Поехали.
Black, again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision.
Да,
regarding
давайте
Quidditch.
изменим.
We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
What
Вот
did
и
we do to
поговорили.
deserve him as a headmaster?
Просто я Блэк, а ты нет. Она мне завидует. Здесь есть тайный сундук. Но я пока не поняла, как разгадать.
Greetings! I mean, out of my way, children.
Мне нравится, что пишут имя нашего персонажа. Чтобы, ну, не запутались. Он, кстати, вот стал сам ходить. Он не бегает, если я не нажимаю. Всю игру я хотела, чтобы персонаж не бегал. Теперь он ходит. Но теперь я не хочу весь этот путь идти так. Что случилось?
If anyone needs help with an essay or assignment, I don't mind lending a hand. I wrote 2 inches for bins yesterday.
Кого-то можно побулить еще.
Miss Broom, A word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth year seems to be.
They're not invisible. I mean, I've seen them about. I mean, yes, sir.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
Кстати, я никогда не видела самого директора, который ходит по школе. Хотя педагоги, в общем-то, в кабинетах обычно, или их вообще не видно в кабинетах.
I wonder almost daily why I accepted this appointment from the ministry.
О, господи, еще и
Professor, I need to speak to you.
Да что ж такое?
Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
I realize that, and I'd like to keep it that way.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing.
Вот сейчас он плох в роли директора. Очень плох.
Well, thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
Это было очень-очень-очень плохо.
Job. Leeway for Professor Fig. I shall never understand that man.
Я загадка.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
О, красиво. Парадка. Еда, первый раз вижу на столах еду, и что? Мать. Ой, женщина, ладно.
Wait until Master sees what a wonderful job Scrope is doing.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone.
Интересно.
Even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
Черт. Ну, по-моему.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pur.
Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out
Когда
of
твой
Master's
хозяин
way.
шизофреник. Но ты уже привык.
Polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight.
Не рыгай. Так рыгает. Смешно.
Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Класс.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle.